Hello everyone, and welcome back to this DragonBlock series. Last time we left off, I had a bit of a realization with trying to build a TARDIS. Yes, a TARDIS in Dragon Ball, yes. I had a realization that if I want to build a TARDIS, I need what is called a Contron crystal. But to build a Contron crystal, I need a lab that is powered by a battery, which is built with a Contron crystal. Meaning the only way to find one is through chests, not through mining, but through chests. And oh boy, was I in? Oh god, it really was terrible. Quite literally, like a day later, or even 2 days. I'm not incredibly sure, but after an incredibly long time. I'm just going to be for real with you guys. I started off alright, right? I found a few villages, and I found a few mine shafts, because normally mine shafts spawn on the villages for some reason. Looted a couple chests, didn't find anything. So then I thought, you know what? How about I go on a seed map? You could say maybe this is cheating, just doing /seed, which I mean it is a normal command. You don't need cheats for it. Go onto a seed map website and then find villages and mine shafts like that, which is what I did. Couple hours later, still nothing. At this point, I was really like, okay, I'm gonna be looking for this thing forever. And after a couple hours, I just had this, you know what? Let me try something, right? Because I don't actually remember fighting this thing legit when I last used this mod. So I actually ended up downloading X-Ray, and it did not help. I found so many spawner rooms. Didn't really work on mine shafts because it was chests in minecarts. I looked everywhere. I found using the seed map, I knew where like every single location was. Using X-Ray, I could find every single chest under the map. I could not find this Contron crystal anyway. It only has like a 20% chance, I think 20, to be found in a chest, and yet I couldn't find it anywhere. After many hours, I realized that, like, oh, wait a minute. What if I go to the fortress, the end fortress? Because something that I was reading kept mentioning fortress. And I realized that, oh, maybe I've already looked in the nether fortress, didn't really find anything. Maybe they mean the end fortress. I don't know if the end fortress, it's not called the fortress, is it? The end fortress is not called fortress. It's called something else, isn't it? But either way, they use that specific word in this thing I was reading. So I went to have a look. Still found nothing. Sadly, the fortress, or whatever you call it, the thing that I found was broken. The spawning, the portal room was just the portal room. There's like nothing else. I did find a library. Nothing in there either. Later on in the series, actually, M15 finds another one somewhere else. I think I might have checked a little bit in there. Didn't see anything. I know for a fact I did look in creative, like in a creative world. Found fortress there. Wasn't anything in there. So I don't know what is with this Contron crystal. But man, it took forever. I was hunting for this thing for hours and hours and hours. And I ended up kind of realizing that, like, I don't think you guys want to see a 30-minute video of me exploring for hours and hours and hours on end for something that I don't know. I may have been able to find one. I'm not incredibly sure, but I ended up realizing something, which is obviously we have the Dragon Ball mod on, and it hit me that I don't know how long it would take for me to find this thing. I'm using everything. I'm using seed map, X-ray hacks, literally everything that you can use at your disposal, because there's no game mode 3 in this game. No, there's no spectator mode. I've basically used everything and I couldn't find it, and I realized we're playing on the Dragon Ball mod. In Dragon Ball, there are the Dragon Balls. And I realized that maybe, this might be cheating, but I've already kind of downloaded X-ray hacks. But maybe I should use the Dragon Balls to wish for the Contran Crystal. Because, I mean, you know, the Dragon Balls, you can wish for anything. But it's just that, you know, in the mod... In the mod, the Dragon Balls are actually somewhat useless. They do have one cool function if you have the years mod on. But if you don't have that mod on, you don't age. And then if you don't age, you don't die from old age. So you don't need the Dragon Balls. I don't actually know if you do die from old age. I think you do. But yeah, the Dragon Balls don't have much use other than getting the Z Sword, Senzu Beans, which is helpful, I guess. And also, I guess maybe diamonds, if you're really interested in that. There's some other things you can get, Janinba's sword and stuff, but that's apparently useless. So yeah, after many hours, like, and literally an entire day, I decided that I would use the Dragon Balls. But little did I know that this was not going to be easy as I thought. I originally thought the Dragon Balls spawned at least once, like, per day. Like, one Dragon Ball per day. Because they're actually sort of common. If you're just, you know, if you build a house, right? In the normal plains biome, you build a house. By the end of the time you build a house, there'll probably be a couple Dragon Balls around, right? They don't feel that rare when you're just having fun. But I didn't realize until, once again, multiple days later, that the Dragon Balls actually only spawn, 4 of them only spawn every 100 Minecraft days, which is insane. Now, the thing is, I don't know why, but 100 Minecraft days is actually not correct. It's a lot quicker than 100 days, because 100 days, I think, is like 33 hours. They spawn a lot quicker than that. I think they spawn... It's still a very long time. It's more than an hour. It's more than 2 hours. It's probably more than 3 hours, because I had to AFK for this thing for so long. It was... It was so annoying playing this mod. This was like at this point, it was like day 3 or something, and I hadn't even started training yet. I was still trying to find the TARDIS. I was just running around, just AFKing. I guess I could have trained on the side, but man, I did not realize just how rare the Dragon Balls actually were. They felt like stupidly rare. They felt... Oh god, later on in the series, I actually tried to do something like sort of cheesy. Later on, finding out that no, it is not cheesy. In fact, it actually knows what you're trying to do. And I ended up waiting like, I don't know, 4 hours or something to get like 1 Dragon Ball. I don't remember. It's nuts though. I did not realize just how rare these Dragon Balls are. It is literally nuts. But after so long, after so many days, finally, I think probably on RL day 3, probably spending like 50 hours, the amount of time I had to AFK for this or something. Like, I've already spent at least 100 days, I feel like, just waiting around. After so long, I finally get all 7 of Namek's Dragon Balls specifically. After summoning the dragon, I wished for 2 Kachin shards, because you get 3 wishes from this guy. 2 Kachin shards to make a brave sword, because I wanted to make every single sword other than and the other wish I made was obviously the wish to get the Contran crystal. I kind of forgot, but I could have just hit, I think, escape, and then my third wish would have been cancelled, and that probably would have been a better option. But what I ended up doing was I wished to change my aura, which I guess at the time I was just thinking like, well, it's just an aura change. I mean, like, you know, it doesn't matter too much or anything like that. So yeah, I wish for the aura change, for the Contran crystal. And after finally getting the Contran crystal, which, say it cheating or not, I had spent so many hours. I literally tried to cheat to get this and didn't get it. So I ended up having to cheat in different ways. But after so long, it finally came. Now you might be wondering why. Why have I added the TARDIS into Dragon Ball? Well, I don't remember if I said this in the first episode, but I used to have a world that I played with my friend Dylan, and we had a ton of mods. As you can see on the map, Star Wars mod was one of them, and we had mods like Aura Spawn, Transformers, Superheroes mod. We essentially, it was essentially Crazy Craft, but with Dragon Ball. That was essentially what it is, with a bunch of other random stuff. And this world that I played with Dylan, we played it for a very long time. I ended up resetting my Dragon Ball character multiple times. I did have the stats boosted by quite a bit, I think, but still, I ended up doing it multiple times. I even added custom bosses for us, so that we could fight and get stronger. And I was kinda sort of into like making a story sort of thing, but I don't think I ever ended up doing that. But I did definitely added custom bosses, and yeah, we played this world for an extremely long time. So long, in fact, that we had the years mod on for Dragon Ball, and I probably technically got to like age 1000 or something like that. But yeah, I ended up getting so old that I kind of did a little bit of a roleplay thing, and I died from old age. I think that's actually something that can happen. If you get too old, you do die, and I think that did happen to me. I got to like 100 years old. This was, now I don't know, my 5th sort of time doing it, so I guess I would be 500 years old. And yeah, I died in the village that I was living in at the time. I had a little funeral sort of thing, and I locked the TARDIS, and I even had a Star Destroyer. Yes, a Star Destroyer. It wasn't directly over my base, because we had, I think, like the Galactic Craft mod on, and if you go too high up, you go into space. So I had a Star Destroyer in space directly above my base. So if you just went directly up from the village that I was in, not my base, but the village, you would all of a sudden be in the proximity of a Star Destroyer. But yeah, we played this mod for a very long time. We both built our own bases, and I lived in a village and all that jazz. But the TARDIS, back then, I wasn't even a big like Doctor Who fan or anything. Nowadays, you could say I'm a fan. I'm not a big fan. I'm a fan though. I do like the 12th, 11th, and 10th Doctor, or technically they're also known as the 11th, 10th, and 9th Doctor, just depending which time frame you're looking at it. But those 3 Doctors, I do really like them. I also like the Old Man Doctor. Not the original series, the old man that came after 12th, which is he's the 13th. But yeah. Anyway, I'm a fan of the show. I'm not a big fan of the show. But the reason why I like the TARDIS so much isn't because of the show. It's just because this just became my home in that world that I played in for probably many, many months, every day. It just, for some reason nowadays, I can't play the Dragon Ball mod without the TARDIS. It just feels like there's just something wrong. And although I didn't record my reaction, the first thing I thought when entering the TARDIS was home. I'm back home. And oh boy, I can tell you one thing. Back then, I didn't really do it, but this TARDIS, it does have some really cool features. And later on in the series, I tried to show you guys the full potential of the TARDIS. It's compatible with a certain few other mods, and by combining them, you can make something pretty cool. And I hope that I will get to show you guys. It might take a while knowing my editing speed. But yeah, I just wanted to mention why I've added it. And I hope you guys will like the TARDIS as much as I think M15 and Savage grew to like the TARDIS, even just a little bit. It's my home. And I'm glad that those two, I'm pretty sure, did end up finding out the reason why I call it home and why I like it so much. And now that I finally have the TARDIS, it's time to move on to the main thing. The reason why we're all here. Dragon Ball. It's time to finally start training to get stronger. And the TARDIS, although, is quite separate, it does play an important role. Like, the first thing is this base is obviously portable. And I can actually put animals in here. And this is a bit of a time skip from the last bit, but I've already started a little pig farm. And this will be incredibly useful because, as I just said, it's portable. Anywhere I go, this pig farm will go. And later on, a lot of things change. But for now, this pig farm was very, very helpful. Especially this temporal dirt, which comes from the TARDIS, which is made with a lab. It costs 64 dirt, 32 bone meal, 1 Contron crystal, which is also made in a lab, costs a diamond and an ender pearl, and also chrono steel, which just costs an iron if you put it in a lab. And yeah, it creates temporal dirt, and temporal dirt essentially makes things grow near instantly. So even if I ran out of pork, I would have infinite carrots, which is very, very nice. But now that I've made this pig farm and I have the portable TARDIS, it's time to move on to the next main thing, which is going to be really annoying to get, which is the gravity device. And oh boy, am I not looking forward to this at all. To get the gravity device, which boosts your TP, if you've watched Dragon Ball, you probably know what it is. To get it, you need Kachin shards. And the only way to get Kachin shards is with more Dragon Balls. And oh boy, I do not want to do this right now after trying to find some to get the TARDIS. But at least now I know what I need to do, which is just AFK. I don't think there's any time commands or anything. I've literally tried everything. And I think pretty sure that literally the only way is just to AFK. And I've learned some cool tips as well. Some cool things. As you might have just saw, if you look on the map, at least with this specific map, I forget which mod it is, probably Journey Map or something, you can actually see where the Dragon Balls are if you open the map. You can see like little yellow spots around the map, and that's where all the Dragon Balls are. And you can do this basically anywhere, which is very, very helpful. So that's one big tip. It's kind of better than the Dragon Radar since you can see where they are anywhere in the entire map, anywhere you've explored the map. I don't know if you might have to revisit those areas for the map to like update and realize that something has changed. But yeah, very good tip. It probably works with every single map, not just journey maps or whatever this one is. But yeah, after AFKing for what felt like an eternity, I finally got actually nearly 2 stacks of Dragon Balls. Alright. It's finally time, yet again, for the second time, I call forth, oh, mighty dragon. What was the speech again? I've forgotten the speech. Oh, it doesn't matter. Summon the dragon.
Awaken the dragon, and so you will be granted one wish. What is your desire?
I wish to be rich. No. Wait. Okay. It can, but if you don't click the button fast enough, he will just disappear, and then you'll be screwed. Oh, you can just get the evil spear. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, 5 Ninja Essence. It's such a shame that it's probably why it gives you so much, because it's so weak. But yeah, I want catch and shard. Thank you, Almighty. Your name's actually Shenron. It's Prugon or something. I don't know how to say your name. And as you most definitely would have heard, yes, my sound is working again. This is finally around the time when I've figured out that I wasn't recording my sound this entire time, which is fantastic. Now there's very, very loud sound. Before there was nothing, and now there's a lot. But now that I finally have the catch and shards, now I need to move on to the next sort of difficult thing. It's not too hard, but I need to make a bunch of tier 3 tech chips. Here I am trying to figure out how to do that. Essentially, I need 3 tier 3s. To get 3 tier 3s, I need 2 tier 2s. And to get 1 tier 2, I need 3 tier 3s. So it's kind of complicated. But after like a couple hours of just running around trying to get all the resources, and also, kind of getting sidetracked now and then. I don't even remember what I was doing, but I was looking at the video just like, why is it so long? Why did it take me so long to get these resources? And oh boy, yeah, I was just like messing around. But after so long, I finally managed to get all the resources and make the gravity chamber. A little bit more. I need 1 more of these. I only have 1, 2, 3. And then I finally I can make the gravity device. Oh my god. That took way too long. To the point where that wasn't even worth it. But I guess I have it now. I hope it's worth it. I feel like it's not. But it has to be. This has to be worth it, or else this is gonna be super annoying. So I've been doing a lot of thinking about what kind of build I want to go for. And in a way, I have a build idea, which in theory would probably be really bad, but as well, really cool. Which is normally, in this game, there's only 2 builds. 2. You're either 1, a fist build, or 2, a key build. Those, simple as that. You're either one of those 2 things. But I was wondering if I could try something a bit here, which is go for mainly a defense build instead. Because the reason why I feel like this might have a chance of working, which is I'm a Saiyan. With my transformations, I can grow stronger. My melee damage can become stronger by going into my transformations. It's a bit of a tricky one. I'm not entirely sure because put it like this, right? You can have a ton of defense, right? But if you can't dish out enough damage, that defense will mean nothing if you can't dish out enough damage. Can I dish out enough damage in my transformations to make it worth it? Because here's the other thing though. Here's the other main benefit. A lot of people out there might be thinking, of course it's not worth it. You need to deal damage. It's just not worth it. But hear me out here. The only way I can train really goodly is using the shadow dummy. This is the best way I think that I can train. The shadow dummy scales off of your strength and con. So the more health you have, the more health it has. The more strength you have, the more strength it has, right? So if you increase your con and dexterity high enough to the point where you wouldn't even be able to hurt yourself if you punched yourself, the shadow clone won't be able to do that either. Meaning you can train for a longer period of time because your shadow clone can't kill you. And you can't really kill it either. And this is the other thing as well. The shadow clone does not scale off of your dex. It does not have a defense or damage reduction. It does not have that. It does have your health. So I have 200 health. So that means my shadow clone probably has around 200 health as well. Maybe a little bit higher. But it does not get my damage reduction. See, apparently right now I have 23% damage reduction. Apparently. But my shadow clone won't have that. So you have a little bit of an edge over your shadow clone. If you get 100% dexterity, doesn't mean 100% damage reduction. To be honest, I'm pretty surprised that 23% is a thing right now. But anyway, so yeah, I'm not incredibly sure if it will work, but I feel like training-wise, it'll be a good idea. Because at least for the initial stages of the game, being able to fight my training dummy for an extended period of time, like a very long time, would be very good. It can't kill me, I can't kill it. We'll just keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And hopefully my TP will just keep going higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Now for how I'm actually going to train, my original idea was to go into the hypervelocity time chamber, hypersonic rhyme chamber, put on a training weight, and put down the gravity chamber. And this will essentially give me all of the best TP increases in the game. I'm pretty sure at least. But there was one other thing I wanted to test out before I decided to build a training area here, which was I heard that Savage and M15 saying that it seemed that King Kai gave a much bigger TP increase than the Hyperlock Time Chamber for some reason. I don't know why, but that's what they said. That's what they felt like. So just before I build some sort of training area in the Hyperlock Time Chamber, I wanted to quickly test out King Kai's planet. And oh boy, did something unexpected happen. And we're here. Who needs to run for like 50 minutes to get to King Kai's place when you can just run? Easy. So let's see how accurate this landed. It did not land accurate at all. It landed, actually landed a few blocks off. But that few blocks off made it so it didn't land here. Here it says this is 3657. That says 58. But 58 should be there anyway, so. And 86. And where did the TARDIS land? It landed at 83 instead of 86. ow, 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 oh god, oh no, oh no, oh no. Run. Crap. I don't have heals. I don't know why they're attacking me. Oh no, they blew up the TARDIS. No. Crap, 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 crap. They blew up the TARDIS. Oh my god, why, game? Why? They shouldn't attack people unless if you attack them. Because not all of them were attacking me. Oh my god. I have no idea why that just happened, man. They blew up the TARDIS. Oh my god. Now, it is currently 3:30 in the morning, but I just wanted to add one last thing, which is, if you don't know already, Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, has sadly passed away. And it's... Man, the chances of me starting to play Dragon Ball again, and then the guy that created it all has now gone. And I don't want to make it too long, especially because this is, it's already been 30 minutes into the video, and I don't want to drag this out. But I just want to quickly say thank you, Akira Toriyama, for everything that you have done. Dragon Ball... Dragon Ball goes far back with me, and if Dragon Ball wasn't around, I don't know where I would be. If you go to the beginning of this channel, even though I'm embarrassed that I haven't hidden them, my first videos were Dragon Ball roleplays. And yeah, if Dragon Ball never existed, I might have never wanted to create a YouTube channel. I have no idea where my life would have went. And I guess I should also thank Jin as well. Jin is the creator of this mod. He passed away quite a long time ago now. Now, two of the most important people to me, in a way, have now passed on, and it's a very weird feeling. But thanks to people like Jin's brother, and I know there's someone else with a very similar name to Toriyama. It's like Toro something. Thanks to people like those, Dragon Ball will continue. So I'm not incredibly sad, because I know that even though that they have passed, I know that the people that they have left Dragon Ball with, the people that Jin leaving, or not, he didn't necessarily leave the mod for his brother. The brother ended up continuing updating this mod out of his own free will, essentially. He saw that his brother's work was incomplete, and he kept going with it. I don't fully know the details, but yeah, I just wanted to say that it was very sad, and maybe I might go more into it in the next episode. But thank you both. Thank you, Akira Toriyama, for creating the Dragon Ball world. Thank you for helping anime, really. Without Dragon Ball, anime would not be where it is today. It would have taken a lot of different turns. And thank you, Jin, and your brother, for continuing updating this mod, because I would not be where I am today without this mod. Thank you both. Thank you, Goku. Thank you, everyone. That is a part of this community.